The First Descendant Crossplay Open Beta is very close. It starts on Tuesday the 19th, so literally days from this video. For those who know what the First Descendant is a third-person looter shooter from Nexon, who are on a roll right now when it comes to game releases. Think of the First Descendant as another potential Destiny competitor, another potential Destiny clone. I have a 1 hour long video from last year of the Steam PC only tech test beta, so if you want to watch that, I'll have it attached at the end of this video if you want to see a more in-depth look at the First Descendant. But this is all my gameplay, and this game is going to have a open crossplay beta. So if you're on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Series S, PS5, PS4, PC, on Steam only, so not Epic, you'll be able to do a crossplay open beta for the First Descendant. The preload for the First Descendant will be available starting Monday, September 18th, the day before beta actually begins. If you're on PC, make sure you have the latest graphics driver update. This is an Unreal Engine 5 game, so if your graphics engine is incapable of running Engine 5, you're going to have a struggle. I would also recommend looking up on Steam what the recommendeds are in minimums if you feel like your PC may or may not be up to snuff when it comes to performance of the game. So what will this beta entail? Well, there'll be 11 standard characters and 2 ultimate characters. I don't necessarily know what ultimate characters are. My assumption would be that they're like basically just higher geared, harder hitting, maybe like max level characters of the standard characters. So potentially, I think I've seen a picture of the 2 characters, so it looks like it might just be like the regular characters, but 2 of them and like their whatever their max level is going to be. But it's with that 11 characters. There's 3 fields that you'll be able to play on, so basically three biomes. 50 weapons will be in the beta, 300 modules, which basically like weapon buffs, armor buffs, and things of that nature. This game does have a graphic hook as well, so if you're looking to like web sling around like Spider-Man, this is the game for you. So let's talk a little bit more about the First Descendant before I talk about a little bit of the gameplay. I just want to give you guys a background on what you're looking forward to when it comes out. The First Descendants are unique characters, potentially descendants of, I don't remember like entirely how the lore goes, but the name implies that they are descendants of some heroes. These heroes have awakened the Arc, an infinite force that flows through their bodies. As one of these characters, you will defend humanity from alien invaders, the Vogus, across stunning environments powered by Unreal Engine 5. Every descendant has a unique ability, like being able to bend fire to their will or use a bone chilling code on their enemies. Some, like Bunny, is just really fast. People who are like really adept with lightning abilities. So think about like Volt from Warframe. When I played this game, it feels like someone who definitely combined a lot of what people love about the abilities of Warframe and the combat of Destiny, but with like the movement of like an Anthem, and then throw in like a grapple hook to just spice up a little bit. The first, it's a very fun game, and I do recommend anyone who is looking for something to play. Again, this beta is going to run from the 19th to the 25th, so it's going to be for a few days. I do recommend trying it out. It is interesting. Like if you watch this gameplay, if you're watching this video, and it looks like something that you will be interested to do, I definitely recommend watching my 1 hour long videos to see more of it. Because it is a live recording, so I give way more conversational pieces in there and breakdowns, and get you to see the game in its full entirety in terms of what you probably going to see in the closed beta or the crossplay beta that is coming up. It is a fun game. I enjoyed myself, and when it came to that video, the things that I'll point out more so is that much like any looter shooter, it can get old. If you play Outriders, you play the Marvel Avengers game, you play basically anything that's not Destiny. When it comes to the looter shooters that have failed, it has all of those characteristics as within it. But I think at the same time, it has a look to it that could draw you interest into it. Like, so let's say you're someone who plays Destiny, and you're just tired of Destiny, you're done with Destiny, or you're someone who's kind of interested in Destiny, but you don't want to have to buy $400 worth of content to really be into Destiny, things like that. Then this will be a game for you. This is a free to play game. When it comes out, it will be a free to play game, not a free to try game, like for just full on free to play. It more so is a not single player, but a campaign story driven co-op experience more than say like having multiplayer. I'm sure we'll have multiplayer at some point during the game's release, but for the most part, what they market is the co-op campaign experience that you have with your friends and the characters. Talking about like some of the negatives that I experienced with the game. I can't really remember a lot because it's been almost like a full year since I played the Steam beta. Again, the Steam beta was like October 20th to October 26th, or yeah, October 26th of last year. So like it's been a while since I played through the game. There were definitely some moments in the game where I was like, okay, a lot of this leveling structure can be better. They did announce that there's things that they're changing up. They said they're going to change up the user experience. They're going to change up the UI was kind of, meh. They're changing up character and skill balancing. They're adding more customization, and then in general working on the combat experience, which is good. You want to see developers who, they hear what people are saying as like feedback for a game, and then they actually make those changes. If people are saying the UX, which is user experience, is not up to par, then you want to make sure the user experience is good enough to where people want to play the game. And I will say, if you've watched the video that I was attached in this video, I talked about a lot about the UX, talked a lot about how the game feels good, but I can't see myself playing it every single day for a long period of time. Which is for a lot of service games that you kind of what you have to be to do. I do feel like there should be like way more customization. I'm way more interested in the ability to customize the actual character, not just play as a default character. Think of like how some games like Lost Ark work, where yeah, you have like an established character, but you can customize the character to look the way you want them to look. They're still technically that person, but they have the look that you want to give them. And I definitely saw myself more so leaning towards the thinner characters because I generally don't like bulky characters. So like the big tanky people, I didn't really play as. I didn't really see them as like someone who I'd enjoy. But there's a variety here. Like if you're someone who wants to have the variety of playing like a kind of a specialized character who's good at sniping, that's in this game. You can play someone who's good at being a tank in this game. You want someone with more speed in this game. Someone who has a lot of high skill level abilities to use that will like use like as a warlock essentially, or some kind of like magic based character. They don't have magic in this game per se as the term magic would be. Yes, there's like abilities like fire damage and electricity damage, things like that, but when we call it magic, it's just elemental abilities that exist in this game. This game does have a decent enough learning curve to where there will be a skill gap, a skill presence. Yes, the enemies can be very bullet spongy, and I'm really interested on how they changed up the combat experience and the user experience, because like I said, it feels a lot like playing through Outriders and playing through Anthem, more so when it comes to like how each individual fight looks and how each individual fight feels, which isn't a good thing. It's not a good thing to be compared to how the fights felt in Anthem and how the ice fights felt in Outriders. Those games aren't good games, and as fun as like the combos are and say like Anthem, when you're just shooting an enemy, it doesn't feel good. And in this game, when I played the closed beta on PC, it didn't feel good to just shoot enemies. Like that wasn't fun. There was just a lot more to the game that could have been better that I felt when I played the closed beta. But generally, I think it's a game with potential. It's a game that every time I see like a trailer for the game, whenever I see the game period, I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by the idea of it. I'm intrigued by its potential and what could happen with it. I like these kind of games. That's the gist of it. Like I like Warframe, I like Destiny. I enjoyed Anthem for what it was. I enjoyed Ours for what it was, even though both those games are bad games. I enjoyed Avengers for what it was, even though that too is a bad game. But I see things in them that can be fun, that can be enjoyable. And First Descendant kind of follows that exact same thing, where it's like, I can enjoy this game, I can have fun with this game, but is it actually a good game? And we won't really see that until the full game releases, because even when it comes to this open beta, it is still just a beta. For all we know, this game might not even release until next year, because if the beta sucks or the beta has like a lot of issues, they're gonna have to delay the game even further so they can make any changes and fixes to the game based on what our feedback would be. And I do recommend people to post on forums or make YouTube videos or do streams and do reviews on Steam, so developers can see what it is that we think the game should do to change or be better. If it's going to be a game with zones, because again, it says 3 fields, Adam Plants, you're just going from zone to zone to zone, and not like being able to have like an open world experience, then they're telling you that this game's going to have some form of limitations. We got to go from there. But I do make the point of this video is I want to let you guys know that First Descendant is coming. This isn't a paid video. This isn't like some kind of paid ad where it's like I got to ask to make a First Descendant video so you guys can know that First Descendant comes out on Tuesday. I'm a nobody. No one's contacted me to do ads. But it's a game that interests me, and I do want people to play it. So which is why I'm making a video, because I want people to see the video potentially. Go look up the game, go research the game, watch some trailers, watch the video I have attached at the end of this video, and see if they will be interested in First Descendant, if it interests them enough to do the pre-download on Monday and to play it on Tuesday. We need new games in gaming that are pushing the envelope and trying to be better than what's here. If you are a Destiny fan or Warframe fan and you feel like you're getting to the end of wanting to play those games, this could be a game for you to play. And you should. And it's crossplay on all platforms, even last gen. A lot of games are leaving last gen behind. If you're on Xbox One and PS4, this game is not leaving you behind. You can come in and you can play the game with your friends who are on the next gen, the current gen consoles, and on PC. Everyone can play together and have some fun. And you can't go wrong with that. You can't really see that as like a bad thing or a negative thing. So I do recommend people try it out. And hopefully this video was informative enough. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Because it's weird making a video like this when I haven't played the game in a year, because the game hasn't had a play test since last year. So like I'm not really fresh with the memory of the game other than rewatch my own video and hear what I have to say about the game. When the game fully comes out, we are gonna have to worry about microtransactions. The Nexon is a game that does a lot of microtransactions, so we have to worry about that. How the cash out will look, how much are we going to be looking to have to like play to enjoy the game, because that's a lot of live service games. A lot of the ability to enjoy the game is based on the cash out. Look at again Destiny and Warframe. If at best, if you don't want to like grind till you die, you basically have to spend money to be able to enjoy those games fully. And for a free to play game, it's understandable. Like if you're a good game, it's okay to like have cosmetics and microtransactions or paid expansions. Those are all fine if you're a free to play game and the gameplay itself is good enough to where it's like, okay, I do want the developers to be able to make that kind of content, so I don't mind buying a skin for Bunny, who's one of the characters in the game. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully I said enough in this video to pique interest in First Descendant, or to make you turn away from First Descendant, or for you to just feel like, yeah, that was a solid video. I appreciate you letting me know about this game. I didn't even know it existed or wasn't on my radar. Whichever that may be. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Being Boy Anubis. I'll see you when I see you. Follow me on Twitch. Link box below. I'm out of here. Deuces.